Welcome back to Crime Chats. Tiny room, microphone, endless crimes.
Yeah. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you about our sponsor, No Stone Unturned Investigations. I honestly couldn't be more thrilled about this. Full disclosure, the owner is my father-in-law. Hi, John. Honestly, though, I'd be telling you guys about him even if he wasn't my father-in-law. He is incredibly intelligent, resourceful, and one of those people who genuinely loves solving problems and helping others. He truly cares about everyone he helps, and he's got a warmth about him that just puts everyone at ease. As a licensed private investigator serving Texas and New Mexico, he helps people locate missing individuals, reconnect with birth parents, identify heirs, conduct background and social media investigations, and much, much more. He even helps attorneys with litigation support and process serving. Basically, he does it all, and he does it all well. If you ever found yourself searching for answers and hitting a dead end, that's the person I'd call. He will help you solve mysteries with discretion and integrity, and he will leave no stone unturned. Visit nscupi.com or call 512-766-7794. We're going to meet Johnny Altinger first.
Okay.
So, Johnny Altinger is 38. This is happening in Canada, so he lives in White Rock, British Columbia, that's where he's from. He's living in Edmonton, Alberta right now, or when we're in 2008. 2008 Canada, that's where he's living.
Okay.
So he worked as a quality control inspector for Angus Machine Company Limited. This is an oil field equipment manufacturer. So you hear about like those guys that are on the oil rigs. That's where they get all their stuff from. Is this company?
I dated one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is that?
Scheduling was weird because of oil rig schedules.
Yeah.
They're on like weird.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
He's all right, but nothing happened. So
my ex, Brandon, his stepdad was worked on an oil rig. He was either there or he wasn't.
Right.
You know?
Like they go MIA for 2 weeks because there's no service and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So he worked as a quality control inspector, and he was a motorcycle enthusiast. And he had really close relationships with his friends. He was really close with his friends and his mom too. He had a really close bond with his mom. His mom was Elfriede Altinger. He was single, and he had a profile on
Plenty of Fish.
Yes.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
It's just guys, don't make an account on Plenty of Fish. There's better ones out there. There's better dating sites. I promise you.
I've only had negative experiences when I was doing online dating with Plenty of Fish. And there's only negative stories about online dating through Plenty of Fish online. Please, if you are one of the positives, let us know.
Okay, so quality control inspector, motorcycle enthusiast, lives in Edmonton, Alberta, and really close with friends and his mom. He previously lived in Hawaii and told friends that he despised warm weather. Remember that. And had a lack of preparation for travel.
Lack of preparation?
Lack of preparation for travel. Okay. Yeah, so he wasn't a packer like we are, like 3 months before a cruise. So in October of 2008, Johnny connects with a woman on Plenty of Fish named Jen. So things are going great. The two of them plan a date for October 10th. They had bonded on like motorcycle stuff, like he mentioned, and she was like, "Oh yeah, me too." Anyway, so they plan a date for October 10th, 2008. So Johnny was a cautious guy, right? So he told his friends, "Hey, we're going on this date, and here is the meeting location that she gave me."
Smart.
So she, rather than giving him like an address, like to where to pick her up or restaurant, she gives him a set of directions to somewhere. Okay? No.
The answer is no.
Yeah, no, my immediate reaction would be like, you're gonna murder me.
Where are we going? Give me the location. Yeah.
So being a motorcycle enthusiast, Johnny had plans for October 12th, 2008. He was gonna meet with his friend Art Smith, and they were gonna go on a motorcycle ride together. Okay. So Monday, October 13th, 2008, so the day after he was supposed to meet with his friends and family receive a weird email from Altinger's account. The email claims that he had met a wealthy woman, impulsively quit his job, and is moving to Costa Rica for an extended vacation.
That's hot.
Yeah,
okay,
good.
Okay.
I told you to remember that. So Altinger's social circle immediately found the email highly out of character because, okay, you don't plan stuff, but like you hate hot climates, you're not going to move to Costa Rica. That's, fun. Rather than call the police immediately and have the police look at him. Or maybe they did call the police and they were like, he's an adult, whatever. But his friends were like, let's go investigate for ourselves. So they broke into his condo to look for clues.
Oh.
Because he wasn't there, and they were like, let's see what we can figure out.
Okay.
So they found his passport, dirty dishes in the sink, and no evidence of packing for a trip of any kind.
How are you gonna get to Costa Rica without a passport?
Exactly. So they're like, okay, like, this is weird. So they were obviously convinced something was wrong. So they reported him missing to Edmonton Police Service. So I guess they had broken in before calling the police, which, I mean, whatever, that's fine. I mean, we're amateur sleuths too. I mean, I don't know, if you went missing, I'd probably just be like, I can figure it out.
Right. Would you break in?
I mean, they probably knew where his key was.
I was gonna say, they might have like a illegal way to get into the house. But yeah, okay.
They were like, okay, well, this dude clearly was not going on a trip, and he hates the hot, so I don't like it. I don't like it.
Smells fishy.
Yes. So they also shared the directions with the police that Johnny was given. 8 days after Johnny's date that he didn't come back from, police followed these directions to a detached garage located at 5712 40th Avenue in the Millwoods neighborhood. Okay. So they're still in Edmonton. The police met a man named Mark Twitchell.
Twain. Okay. See, I told you I forgot his name.
So who was Mark Twitchell? So Mark Andrew Twitchell, was born on July 4th, 1978 in Edmonton, Alberta. His life's most intense ambition was to be a filmmaker.
Right, okay.
Yeah, to be a filmmaker. He graduated from Radio and Television Arts program at the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology in 2000. So he was like, I'm going to make movies, I'm going to be famous. He created his own production company.
Cool.
Called Express Entertainment. Okay. And through this company, he directed a full-length Star Wars fan film prequel in 2007 entitled Star Wars Secrets of the Rebellion, which featured a physical cameo by original Boba Fett actor Johnny Bullock.
Huh.
So, pretty cool. You could just have stayed with that, right?
Yeah, and he's got connections, clearly. Right?
Just, you know, okay. I mean, you got cool stuff going for you. Like, that's good. You're good right now. Anyway, so his creative interests were horror, but he also scripted a buddy comedy titled Day Players, which I don't know much about that. I don't know what it's about, but he was mostly into, like, horror and stuff.
I was gonna say, you really skated over that horror thing. Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he wasn't dreaming of films to make during the day, he worked for ADT Security.
I've got them.
Me too. So Twitchell was married twice. So first to Megan Castorella from 2001 to 2005, and then to his second wife Jess in January 2008. He became a father to a daughter in January 2008, and then the family moved to the Deer Ridge neighborhood of St. Albert in August of that year. Physically, he's been described as outwardly unimposing and has a tattoo of the Star Wars Rebel Alliance crest on his arm. So,
okay.
You know, Star Wars fan, filmmaker. All right, so back to October 18th, so when the police get there and meet him, okay? So police follow the directions. They meet Twitchell, who told them he was renting the space. So Twitchell claimed he did not know and have never heard of Johnny Altinger. I don't know who you're talking about, sirs. Also said that he recently rented a red Mazda 3 from a stranger for $40. The red Mazda 3 is also the same car that Johnny drove. Which I wrote, that's it? $40?
Like,
I mean, at least make the price like
$4,000 or something.
Yeah, like $4,000 would have been fine too. $40? Like what? I mean, was it broken down? Like, could you even drive it?
Right. Even that would be more than $40. The parts. Come on, dude. Make your lives better.
So,
writer.
So he claims the stranger, whom he later called Mark, told him he was moving to the Caribbean with a wealthy woman and didn't need the car anymore. So this dude that he basically, I think he's claiming, this dude said he was moving to the Caribbean, which funny because that's what Johnny put in his email to his friends. So he was moving to Costa Rica. Yeah. Why did I say Caribbean? Costa Rica.
It's there. It's close.
So police also noticed blood on a nearby workbench in the garage. Twitchell's explanation, the garage is a movie set for his horror film, House of Cards. And that the blood was simply fake, theatrical blood from an execution scene.
That's a quick test. I'm sure every cop has those little Q-tips of whatever that solution is.
Luminol?
Maybe. It's a specific, like a little tube, they have like a Q-tip in it, and then they swab it, and then it either turns like...
well, I know that luminol is what they use to get, like, like if they that's to find blood that's been, like, wiped or whatever.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what the other stuff is.
It's a quick, I don't know. I swear I've seen it in those, like, Code Blue Cam videos and stuff.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah.
So, unsurprisingly, the police brought Twitchell in for a more intense interview process of
Shocking.
like 48 hours. Yeah, they were like, okay, like, we're not stupid.
Too many coincidences, sir.
Yeah, which these cops for this are not
No
dumb.
bumbling runs?
No bumbling runs
Oh,
this
thank
time.
goodness. Okay.
None this time, so that's good. So, they had Twitchell tell and retell his story several times, and backwards and forwards and like all these things, just to make sure that, you know, that it's the same every time. Which it wasn't. This revealed inconsistencies. So Detective Bill Clark characterized Twitchell's story of buying a newer vehicle for $40 as willful blindness and highly improbable. Because, I mean, $40 for a car, like, what?
This isn't, 1820, so...
That's not. I mean, it's not 2026, but it's still 2008. I mean, you know.
It's not a thing, yeah.
Twitchell's story about the stranger leaving for the Caribbean with a wealthy woman directly mirrored the suspicious email.
Right.
So, sent from Altinger's account. So, they're like, that's, I mean, you know, that's way too the same. Kind of thing. Anyway. I mean, had he said, like, oh, he said he's moving...
And he had to get
without
rid of
the
stuff real
details.
quick. But no, wealthy woman and Caribbean or Costa Rica, whatever, two details that, like,
Yeah.
who would say that?
Yeah. So investigators questioned an actor from Twitchell's movie. They found an actor who was supposed to play in House of Cards, the horror movie, and the guy basically said that in that execution scene, there's, like, no blood. Like, it's not a bloody scene.
Okay.
So the fake blood, like, the actor's like, what do you mean? Like, there's no blood
so many
in this
questions
scene.
about that.
So, anyway, so now the blood that Twitchell was like, it's fake, it's from that execution scene, isn't, because the actor said no.
As a movie producer, if you're having an execution scene, why wouldn't there be blood? That's dumb.
I don't know. Well, I mean, you know, if you chop someone's head off real quick.
Major arteries!
Well, yeah, but in the movies, when you see somebody, like, their head falls and you don't always see the blood. Like, when they have, like in that other Boleyn girl movie, when Natalie Portman gets her head chopped off.
Gosh, it's a long time ago.
There was no blood there.
It's not factually consistent. Anyways, okay.
And now it's luminol time. So tests conducted in the garage revealed excessive amounts of human blood that had been wiped away and was not visible to the naked eye. I love luminol.
I want some. There's no... there...
I would put that shit everywhere. Like, if there's a blood here, is there blood here, is there blood here?
Well, just, like, it's so cool. It's like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Christmas present ideas. How weird.
Wait, you can't just get luminol.
I don't know.
Could you just buy it?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking we could put it on our Amazon store.
That's so cool. Okay, I need to write that down. We're on a rabbit trail, but...
You write that down and I will continue.
Okay.
So, forensic technicians also discovered Altinger's blood in the trunk lining of Twitchell's own family car and on a pair of jeans in his home. So by 5 a.m. on October 20th, so after they've been questioning him for 48 hours, like I said, Detective Bill Clark decided he had heard enough lies and gaps in the story to press the issue with the formal interrogation. So Clark hammered away at Twitchell's film producer model and facade, telling him to realize that this was real life, not a movie. Clark also focused heavily on Twitchell's wife and infant daughter. So, like, he had just had a kid, basically, suggesting the truth would eventually eat at him and that he should come clean for the sake of his family. Okay. So trying to hit him on all sides kind of thing. Trying to tug at those heartstrings.
Your daughter will never see you again if you go... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't you want to... Yeah, okay.
Twitchell admitted during this questioning that his marriage was likely lost. So I guess they'd been having problems, but they had an infant daughter, so, like, I mean, how bad...
Intimacy's there. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
Fair enough. We don't know everybody's.
So marriage was likely lost. Twitchell appeared confused and overwhelmed, stating, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. So, like...
Huh? Why?
I don't know. Because he's like, oh my god, I don't understand.
Okay, devil's advocate.
Like
he's innocent, right?
Yeah.
And being blamed, if you will, for an atrocious thing. And he's like, but I can, I'm trying to give him benefit of the doubt. Okay.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. So while he mostly remained slouched and unresponsive, at one point he tellingly mumbled, "You'd be surprised what I can live with."
Why would you say that? Ever? Well, in the presence of police, whatever. He's not. Okay.
Yeah, like, if this is gonna eat you up, you'd be surprised. All the shit I've done. I sleep like a baby.
And I'm telling the police officers this, so...
So he told Twitchell he was going to be charged with homicide. Detective Clark explained the different legal degrees of homicide, such as first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and manslaughter. As the pressure mounted, Twitchell admitted he was surviving on fear and adrenaline and asked Clark, "What's the category for suicidal?"
A turtle suit.
So he said the words, the magic word, I guess, because he felt everything he had worked for was ending. So Twitchell says, quote, "Because what's the point? I mean, if everything I've been working for is just suddenly going to end."
Okay, those are some words.
Very telling. Clark saw this as a legal suicidal admission and simply said, "Don't do it." And after the suicidal admission, Twitchell requested a lawyer, and then police placed him under 24-hour surveillance until his formal arrest.
Again, turtle suit. Turtle suit.
What's that?
Whenever you see, like, convicts or defendants in court with those, like, green, full body, like, almost a Ninja Turtle padded outfit, they can't wear the normal garb of prison inmates because they've spoken things about being suicidal. So they put them in this, like, onesie, so they can't take it off and, like, hang themselves or hurt themselves.
Didn't know that.
It's called a turtle
Why
suit.
have I never seen that? I call myself a true crime fan. I'm pretending. Okay, so investigators, they looked through all of his stuff, right? So they're holding him, so now they are gonna investigate. So during the investigation into his home life, a shared kitchen calendar was discovered that contained fake appointments with psychiatrists scheduled for Friday evenings. Mark Twitchell suddenly was going somewhere on Friday evenings, told his wife, "I'm seeing my psychiatrist every Friday."
So he would actually go somewhere. It wasn't fabricated for the police to find.
No, yeah, he was going somewhere on Fridays, but I mean, they look into that stuff, right? So they were
nothing.
Fake. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was going somewhere on Friday evenings when his wife thought that he was like working on himself. So these fabricated appointments provided Twitchell with the cover needed to prepare his rented garage for violence while his wife believed he was at therapy. On his laptop, so he had a laptop, and he liked to write because he's a filmmaker, he likes to write stuff. He had digital self-assessments. So found on his laptop was a deleted 7-page self-analysis essay titled "A Profile of a Psychopath."
Why don't you just say I did it?
Yeah.
I mean...
So in this document, Twitchell admitted to a lifelong habit of lying without remorse, an absolute lack of empathy, and a dark side that required a social mask to hide. So he was not a good dude.
That's his diary. I mean, yeah, he's confessing to... Okay.
So in this essay, Twitchell also wrote about discovering a killer instinct within himself. He initially rationalized that committing actual homicide was inefficient. Which, what?
What?
Anyway, he believed the risk of a prison sentence outweighed the temporary adrenaline rush of a murder.
Yeah, that's what normal people understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do this bad illegal thing because I don't want to go to jail.
And because he's a filmmaker and likes to make horror movies, he can just like put all of that into like creating a really
creative outlet.
Yeah,
great, do it.
Outlet.
Do it.
Okay,
it's healthy. I
think. This would allow him to profit from violence at the risk of losing his freedom. Again, reasonable, rational.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to work for a director that was an actual psychopath.
Or confessing killer feelings. Yeah, no?
Nope. So within the documents recovered from his laptop, Twitchell wrote that he had discovered he was a psychopath in almost every clinically defined sense through introspection and discussions with therapists. Also on the laptop, forensic technicians recovered a deleted 30-page document from Twitchell's laptop titled SK Confessions, which stood for Serial Killer Confessions.
Great.
Yep. This document opened with the line, "This is the story of my progression into becoming a serial killer," and provided a detailed account of the luring and murder of a man that matched the real-world evidence found at the crime scene. This document also detailed a victim who had escaped.
I have a hot take.
Yes.
All of this, unfortunately, but cleverly, could have been spun by a really good defense attorney. We're not there yet, I know that, but as this is just him writing scripts.
Yeah.
This is just him brainstorming ideas for horror flicks.
Yeah. Had it not been obvious that a crime had occurred.
Fair.
Then yeah, you could see that and be like, they're just words.
Right.
Yeah, so had there not been overwhelming evidence that a crime had been committed, yeah, I think that any good defense attorney could have spun that to be like, this is an outlet.
Yeah,
like he was saying.
That's
he
his
said,
job. That's his
outlet.
profession. Yeah.
I have these thoughts, but the thoughts are in my head. And...
Or even writing that could have been like a character development. Like, it's not actually me. I'm
Oh,
writing
yeah,
it
my
as a character.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just thinking defense-wise, but okay.
Now we know that there was another victim. Somebody
Okay,
escaped.
that got away.
Yes. So more on that in just a minute. So on October 31st, 2008, Halloween, Mark Twitchell was formally arrested and charged with the first-degree murder of Johnny Altinger. The police, because they were like, oh, someone escaped, like, what do we do? They held a press conference. So at the press conference, they kind of have pictures of some of the evidence, and one of the pictures that they showed was of a painted ski mask. So hold on to that, too. But there was a ski mask at the scene, I guess, with all the blood, whatever. It didn't really pertain to Johnny, but it was there.
Okay.
And so they showed pictures of everything, and so they held this press conference, and they showed what they found. Press conference happens, and then someone came forward.
Okay.
So on October 3rd, 2008, this man named Gilles Tétrault, which is a very French name, that's why I said it all accentally. Remember, we're in Canada, so there's French Canadian people. Okay, so on October 3rd, 2008, so not very long before Johnny.
Okay. I understand what's happening. Okay.
Yeah. So before, this man Gilles was lured to the garage by Sheena in a very similar way to how Johnny met Jen.
I was gonna say, why didn't you just use Jen?
So this guy met Sheena on Plenty of Fish. So Sheena refused to give him an exact house address, instead sending detailed instructions to a garage and stating the door would be left open. Which, no. Just no. This is how you stay alive. If you're sent creepy directions, don't go there.
Period. Full stop. That's it.
I don't care how hot Sheena is.
How desperate you are.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever happened to just going to Olive Garden?
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to the Australian guy I met on Plenty of Fish.
Telling
me Olive Garden was too corporate.
I forgot about that, yeah.
It's corporate, but they have good pasta, What can I say? Anyway.
Don't. Guys, be smart.
So upon entering the darkened garage, Tétrault was grabbed from behind. He was confronted by a man in a painted hockey mask who shocked him with a stun baton.
How do you get that? I don't want to know. Okay.
I didn't even know a stun baton was a thing. Like, I thought you could
Canada.
either get a thing. Oh, yeah, they don't have guns. They have to... Yeah.
They get creative.
It's like Negan in Walking Dead with, like, the barbed wire on the bat.
See, I was thinking the Outlast trials. There's a video game, and there's a main enemy that has a stun wand thing, and that's how he gets you.
Oh.
We played that
once.
Was
it the electrified dude, or was it a different?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I remember. I don't like horror movies, and I get really scared, but she's my best friend, so she likes horror stuff, so I'm here for the company. So we played this game called The Outlast Trials, and it scared the shit out of me.
It's so good, though. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. I've been thinking about asking you to play again, but I know you don't like scary. So.
It's scary. I get all like, I clench everything, and then I can't sleep. Anyway. So stun baton. Okay, so during the police conference, like I said, the police showed a picture of this painted hockey mask that had been left behind. So the attacker used a handgun to order Tétrault to the ground and placed duct tape over his eyes. So realizing his life was in danger, Tétrault decided, if I'm gonna die, I'd rather go my way than his way.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Courage.
So during a violent struggle, Tétrault grabbed the attacker's gun and discovered it was a plastic replica.
I was thinking it's a prop, right? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So he managed to fight his way out of the garage and drive away. Tétrault did not immediately report the attack to the authorities. He felt intense embarrassment and tried to convince himself the incident was just a mugging or an elaborate, mean-spirited hoax. So I guess your brain does he wasn't trying to kill me. It was just a prank. Like, I don't have to go to the police.
Just a prank hand.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know. Shame is so ugly. Shame is a liar, by the way, if you're hearing that for the first time.
Yeah, it is.
If you've been attacked.
It's not from you. It's
not. And it's not your fault.
Yeah.
But I could see that. I mean.
Yeah. And it sucks because, like, rational mind, like, somebody commits a crime against you.
They're the bad guy.
You tell the cop because they're the bad guy. You're the good guy. You tell other good guys.
You tell the people
bad guy, right? But then shame comes in, and
I shouldn't
like
have
messes
done
you
that.
up.
I should have known. I should have blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Stop that.
Yeah.
And we have comment. Yes, you can buy luminol as a civilian. We're doing that.
Yes. It's going to be on our Amazon storefront.
Yep, it'll be there. I'm so excited.
Yay! Me too. Oh my gosh. We're gonna be put on a list.
See if we can get a stun baton too while we're at it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
we're not.
stun baton. So he felt intense embarrassment, and then investigators eventually recovered the deadly directions sent to him by Sheena, which mirrored the instructions sent to Altinger. So he's just
Connecting the dots. Okay.
He wasn't able to kill G, so he immediately was like, well, I have to try again, basically.
Okay, confidence. I'll give him that.
So after the arrest, they did some professional forensic assessments of him, while he was incarcerated or arrested. Twitchell was revealed to be a highly pathological liar who operated a compartmentalized lifestyle. Apparently, this guy, in May of 2008, was fired from his job and lied to his wife Jess for 5 months. So he would leave the house and just, I don't know where he went, but...
How are they getting money?
I don't know, but John List did the same thing before he murdered his whole family.
That's true.
He lost his job, and then he just would sit at the train station all day.
But as a
Which
spouse...
at least take a train ride. I don't know.
Well, he's got no money.
Yeah.
As a spouse, though, are you not privy to financial things? Maybe not.
I don't
Maybe
know.
not. Okay.
Yeah, how are they affording, especially since she's
Right.
pregnant and had a baby? I don't know.
And now he's renting this detached garage, apparently. With
Yeah.
what money?
I don't know. So evaluators identified his personality as being defined by intense egocentricity, limited empathy, and a high capacity for antisocial rationalization. So this is a
I love those words.
DSM-5 episode. So do you want to just go into those first?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Okay, so tell me first.
So, intense egocentricity.
That would be under...
Which narcissism, right?
Uh-huh.
So many narcissists, so little time.
OCD. PTSD. Som. We'll get there later. Pyro. Ooh, that'd be a fun one.
What?
Pyro.
Oh.
Fire starters.
Which is one of the homicidal triad of serial killers. Is starting
Yes.
fires, wetting the bed,
harming animals.
and harming animals.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I already forgot. I just got excited about the book. We can do antisocial because that was one of them, right?
Oh, yeah. Intense and then limited empathy and high capacity for antisocial rationalization.
Antisocial personality disorder.
Does rationalization change it, or is that just the same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Antisocial personality disorder. Diagnostic criteria A pervasive pattern of disregard for and violation of the rights of others, occurring since age 15 years,
Okay.
as indicated by 3 or more of the following. Failure to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behaviors.
The rules don't apply to me.
Deceitfulness, as indicated by repeated lying, uses of aliases or conning others for personal profit, fake appointments and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
3, impulsivity or failure to plan ahead. 4, irritability and aggressiveness, as indicated by repeated physical fights or assaults. Recklessness, disregard for safety of self and others.
So you said, what was the one before? The one where he's not, prepared?
Impulsivity or failure to plan ahead.
Okay, so that makes sense because the guy was able to escape because he
hadn't thought of all the
Mark
things.
hadn't thought of, if he fights back, whatever, so... Yeah, that makes sense.
Consistent irresponsibility, as indicated by repeated failure to sustain consistent work behavior or honor financial obligations.
Mm-hmm.
And 7, lack of remorse, as indicated by being indifferent to or rationalizing having hurt, mistreated, or stolen from another.
And lack of remorse is something that he even said of himself in his self-assessments.
Yep. So that's fun. Is there another one we want to look at?
No, those are the 3.
That's pretty much...
Yeah. So early into his incarceration, after he was arrested, authorities discovered a journal in his cell that detailed inappropriate sexual fantasies. So these fantasies are about a corrections officer, and they were graphic thoughts of harming public figures and guards. So he was just letting it all out.
As a sexual...
In jail.
Okay.
Corrections officer, oh yeah, she's gonna get it.
Yeah, no.
When I get...
Nope.
Yeah, no.
No. You can stay there.
Just be respectful, please.
convicts, just respect, okay?
So while Twitchell claimed this was merely a way to get it out of his system, the board later noted that this as significantly concerning behavior. I mean, yeah, it's concerning. Concerns me too.
Yeah.
So then 2010, Twitchell's second wife, Jess, finalizes their divorce. So just to summarize that again, by the autumn of 2008, they were having major problems. So shortly after moving to their home in Deer Ridge neighborhood, the marriage was effectively failing. So sources note that the couple was sleeping in separate bedrooms and living largely isolated lives within the same house. And that's why he said to Detective Bill Clark, the marriage is likely lost.
See, I didn't know if that was a lie. I was going to ask, is she also in agreement that the failure is a fail? The marriage is a failure?
Yeah, I think...
If they were simply sleeping in different rooms. Okay.
So on June 3rd, 2010, Twitchell requested a meeting at the Edmonton Remand Center to disclose the location of John Altinger's remains. But he set 3 strict conditions for his cooperation, which, why are we letting prisoners dictate how we do things? It's not how it should be. Anyway, these conditions. So he would pass a folded piece of paper to the detectives containing the information. 2, investigators were forbidden from asking him any questions. And 3, Detective Bill Clark, who had interrogated him and whom Twitchell reportedly disliked, was not allowed to be present. So,
oh man, look, I understand when you're, as a law enforcement person, right? Mm-hmm. You're desperate for information that only the criminal can give you. I can try to understand that is, you have to compromise somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know, at what point is it like, we're not doing that?
Yeah.
You know?
Or it would have been like, whoever wants to be there is going to be there.
That, and you tell us where the remains are, or you can have solitary for a while. Think about your actions. I don't know. But then that comes into threatening, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because like if he's super, like, I'm not gonna say anything. Right. I mean, the point is to get something.
Exactly. So it's a little give and take. I get that, but I hate that you have to give and take with a murderer.
With a prisoner. Like, anyways, so he provides detectives with a printed Google map and handwritten directions to a specific sewer manhole in North Edmonton. Detectives follow the handwritten directions on that paper to a back alley in North Edmonton that same night, and where they looked through a sewer grate and saw what appeared to be human remains. So at least he
was
pointed them to
there.
the right.
Okay.
Yeah. Johnny's remains was successfully recovered the following day, June 4th, 2010. Which is still like 2 years after it happened, so that sucks. But so in late 2010, while awaiting trial, Twitchell initiates contact with investigative journalist Steve Lilbwin via a surprise jailhouse phone call. So this journalist, I guess he had heard this guy had already started like setting out to write a book about him or about the case or whatever, and so Twitchell was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna get the details wrong." This correspondence, or this phone call, began a correspondence that spanned nearly 3 years and 350 pages of letters. So there were letters from shortly before the trial until a few years after his trial, which we're going to dive deep into the letters, but I want to talk about the trial first.
Okay.
So before the trial, there's a fight with the media and, I guess, the court. Because the media, so while both the Crown, again we're in Canada, so the Crown and defense sought vast publication bans and sealing orders to protect the right to a fair trial, various media outlets fought these applications in court. They wanted to report on the sensational details of the case immediately. So Justice Terry Claxon ruled in favor of the ban, stating there was a real risk that pretrial publicity would undermine the accused's rights.
Okay.
So because of this, many of the most graphic details remained unknown to the public until the trial began in 2011.
Okay.
Which I don't know. I mean, this kind of brings me back to how Bundy was able to change the venue because, like,
too many people knew about things.
Yeah, the media had already, like, I don't know. Which, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But.
And I agree with that. I do agree with that, that court should be in court. But, of course, media is always going to get their hands on it because, look at us. It's fascinating, right?
Yeah.
But I do think while it's going on, the best way to preserve the rights of everybody, including the accused, is to keep it, like, under lock and key kind of situation. I do agree with that.
Yeah. So during pretrial hearings, the judge reviewed the SK confessions document and ruled that several highly disturbing passages were too inflammatory for the jury to hear, which
I don't agree with. That I
Yeah.
don't agree with.
I was like, jury needs to hear everything.
Yeah, the good,
to
the
make
bad,
a
the ugly,
completely
all of it.
informed decision. Come on, people.
That sounds biased to me.
Yeah.
Judge or
Yeah.
crown or whatever you're called. Don't like that.
So these excluded details included, a passage where the author Twitchell claimed to have decapitated the victim and played with the skull like a hand puppet, making a funny voice while moving the jaw.
No.
Yeah. Descriptions of the author dissecting the victim's torso and finding it fascinating to watch the internal organs slowly collapse.
Okay.
And an entry detailing a plan to assassinate a former supervisor whom Twitchell called a twisted old fart, arguing he owed it to the world to remove the man from this earth.
Okay.
So
those things were not allowed.
Those were not allowed to be shared with the jury.
But that paints a picture of that I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Disagree with that ruling.
I'm like, first of all, who you calling it? Like, I feel like I'd be like a little bit offended. Like, I'd be like, you think I can't handle these details, Judge? I can handle it.
Well, yeah, that, but also it's almost like, oh no, that one makes him look too bad. We can't.
Yeah, no, like you want to make him look as bad as possible, so that he
goes
away
truthful, whatever it is, show it all.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like that. I don't like that.
So Justice Claxon determined that the raw, inflammatory nature of these specific passages far outweighed their value as evidence and could compromise the jury's objectivity, which I don't agree with. Disagree. So trial for the first-degree murder of Johnny Altinger took place in the Court of Queen's Bench in Edmonton, Alberta, beginning in March 2011 and concluding on April 12th, 2011.
Wow, okay.
So it was presided over by Justice Terry Claxon, and prosecutor was Avril Inglis, and Charles Davison served as lead defense counsel. I wanted to say Avril Lavigne.
I was like, the only Avril I know! He was a skater boy. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the prosecution side.
Okay.
So their evidence, the central piece of evidence was SK confessions, which because he confessed. Gilles Detraux provided dramatic testimony regarding his escape from the same garage a week before Altinger's death. So his account was crucial because it corroborated the first half of the SK confessions document, proving it was a record of real events rather than a fictional screenplay.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, defense wasn't able to be like, it's just, like we were talking about.
You're just making a movie.
Yeah. Also, they had all the physical evidence. So, Altinger's blood in the trunk and pair of jeans, luminol tests were just everywhere. And a 2008 police interrogation video that was played for the jury. So this created kind of a surreal scene for the jury because you saw real-life Twitchell sat at the defense table crying while watching his on-screen self break down as the detective Bill Clark discusses the impact of his crime on Twitchell's wife and infant daughter. So I guess in the video, we see Twitchell crying, so it was kind of like a surreal thing, which is really weird to me because he's supposed to be lacking in any empathy and remorse, so like, why are you crying?
Was it an act? Was it...
Probably.
He's crying because he himself is in trouble. You know, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
You know?
My money is on it's an act.
Just an act, yeah.
For the jury. Because juries can be swayed. So the defense's strategy now. So Mark Twitchell took the stand in his own defense and admitted to killing Johnny Altinger, but he offered a different narrative.
Okay.
So he testified that he had lured Altinger to the garage as a publicity stunt for a slasher movie project. Ha! It's just a stunt.
That's
He claimed that an Altinger realized he'd been tricked. He became enraged and attacked Twitchell, who then killed Altinger in self-defense.
Okay, and great story. Where's the evidence that proves that?
He argued that the SK Confessions document was a work of fiction based loosely on the events of his life. He was only embellishing the details of his prank to create a new compelling story for his writing. I was just embellishing. Yeah, it was self-defense. He died in self-defense. Oh my gosh,
So where's the proof of that? Because you would have had, if he's attacking you, there's proof on your body of the attack.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, you don't decapitate people in self-defense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just going out there on a limb.
So, verdict. So, on April 12th, 2011, the jury, 6 men and 6 women, rejected the self-defense claim and found Mark Twitchell guilty on first-degree murder. The conviction carried an automatic sentence of life imprisonment with no chance of parole for 25 years. Following the verdict, a separate charge for the attempted murder of Gilles Detraux was officially stayed by the Crown on June 17th, 2011. So, I was like, But why? So explanation, Twitchell was already serving the maximum possible sentence under Canadian law. But, like,
So
we
what?
give people in America, like, consecutive life
7
sentences.
life sentences. Yeah, whatever. If you killed 7 people, you get 7 life sentences.
I don't know what they're doing in Canada. Much like I don't know what they're doing in the UK.
Or even if they're like, well, we can't give him more years, then take away the possibility of parole.
Yeah, that's another thing you could do.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve it anyway. So Twitchell initially filed an appeal based on the sensationalized media coverage, but eventually abandoned all formal appeals in February of 2012. So I guess he just gave up. He was like, all right, you got me. So now we're going to get into the letters that I mentioned. Yes. So he calls the reporter, Steve Lilbwin. So in late 2010, he gets a phone call from this dude. So Twitchell...
This is before he was convicted. So he's contacting the journalist before he's...
In late 2010. So he...
Okay.
Yeah, so he's in jail because they arrested him and he was suicidal. And I guess he just, stayed there waiting trial. And then during the interim, he's finds out that the reporter is writing a book. So he calls him and Twitchell says, quote, if you're going to be writing a book about me, you might as well come straight to the source.
Fair.
Yeah. Which I'm like, man, I want to read this book now. Their correspondence, like I said, ultimately lasted for nearly 3 years. So, a lot of letters. These letters later served as a primary source for Lilbwin's 2012 book, The Devil's Cinema, the untold story behind Mark Twitchell's kill room. So, Lilbwin noted that Twitchell exhibited an obsessive-compulsive nature regarding his writing. So, he was described as highly self-aware, and if Lilbwin asked a single question, Twitchell would respond with 10 pages.
I'm known to do that, too. But I thought that was just a woman thing.
So, no... I mean, 10 pages.
Yeah, it's a little excessive.
It's a lot, yeah. So Twitchell used the letters to attempt to reshape the narrative. So he continued to use a self-defense excuse, blaming Altinger for the outcome. Why couldn't he just storm off like he was supposed to?
How about you don't kill people? It's not that hard to not kill people.
So he claimed there was no school bully or impressionably gory movies to point to as a reason for his actions. Quote, it is what it is and I am what I am.
Okay. I mean, there's that.
Twitchell characterized the public's outrage as highly hypocritical, arguing that people who enjoy watching savage glee in fictional murder on television were obtuse for being disgusted when it happened in real life. Again,
no.
Movie, real life.
100% different things. Fake, real.
Yeah. I don't know.
Idiot.
A retired FBI criminal profiler, Julia Cowley, analyzed the letters for the show 48 Hours. So she suggested that Twitchell's primary motive was sexual and related to thrill killing.
Sexual, okay.
She noted that his descriptions of weapons and his preparations in the letters and his other writings used seductive language as if he were preparing for a date rather than a homicide.
Oh, I want to read them.
Me too.
With my nasty, ugly face, I'm like, I want to read them.
I do too. Like, I'm gonna be vomiting the whole time, but I want to read it.
Yes.
She also noted that while Twitchell understood he lacked empathy and sympathy like other people, he believed he had fooled everyone regarding his true reasons for the murder.
We just read that.
Yeah.
From the DSM, yeah.
So Twitchell was initially housed at the maximum security prison in Saskatchewan called Saskatchewan Penitentiary. I can say words.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
In Prince Albert. 2017 forensic psychological assessment revealed that Twitchell did not frame his crime in traditional, emotional, or retaliatory terms. He viewed the murder as a, quote, curiosity-driven exploration of human experience.
That sounds so, like, PG.
Yeah. I just wanted to see what it looked like, you know?
Okay.
It's also very, like, psychopathic.
It is.
Like, I just wanted to know what the inside of a body looks like.
So become a mortician or...
Right.
Yeah, no.
So whoever did this assessment warned that Twitchell was highly likely to continue engaging in fantasies of hurting others within his imagination, even if he did not share these thoughts with institutional staff. But somehow he was transferred to a medium security institution called Bowden in central Alberta sometime between 2013 to 2017. I was never able to find the exact date.
Who wrote that? Who signed off on that?
He was transferred primarily due to his institutional conduct and a specific risk management strategy focused on his family.
No! That's the same thinking as they got off on good behavior.
Yep.
No, they're manipulators.
I knew that was going to piss you off. It pisses me off too. correctional records indicated that Twitchell had not had a significant adjustment issues and was not considered a management concern within the prison system. So while he was involved in significantly concerning behavior earlier in his sentence, his more recent conduct had been characterized only by minor institutional infractions.
Wow. Wow.
They're really just pulling at straws in Canada. They're really just like, well, I mean,
Canadians, you're too nice. Stop.
Yeah, like,
I'm nice, but I'm logical too. Please don't. Please don't. They earned that spot. Leave them there.
A forensic psychological assessment conducted in January 2025 rated his active risk for violent reoffending as low. The Correctional Service of Canada, CSC, supported his placement in Central Alberta closer to his parents in Edmonton because they believe maintaining a positive relationship with parents is essential to managing risk.
Okay, if he has a positive relationship with them, maybe that's a good bargaining chip. But he's... Okay.
So I put my comments on Reddit. I wrote, there was a 2017 forensic assessment that warned Mark Twitchell was highly likely to continue engaging in fantasies of hurting others that occurred after his transfer. I guess fantasies are fine if he's enacting on them. But still, I mean...
But that's what got him in trouble in the first place. In the jail. Because he had these violent... whatever writings about the corrections officer.
I can't believe the release on good behavior is even still a thing.
I think that's the dumbest.
Because, of course they're on good behavior. They're monitored all the time.
And they don't want to be in jail.
In a secure space. And they're also trying to curry favor.
Yep.
So, what the fuck? What are we doing?
That shouldn't be a thing.
So, in 2017 of Bowdoin, you're gonna love this.
Oh, no.
You're gonna love this.
We have some more. Hydration.
You're gonna love it. Yeah, let's drink some water. Okay, 2017, medium security. He got a freaking dating profile on Canadian Inmates Connect.
What? First of all, why is that even in existence?
Why is it a thing? I don't know.
Second of all, how does he have internet privileges when that is how he lured his victims? Who's running Canadian prisons?
I don't know. But this goes back to, that one prison that was doing iPads, and then it was we had to take away the porn privileges because they were getting a little too horny in there.
Prison is a consequence for bad decisions.
Yep.
You should not have comfort. You should not have fun.
But in Canada, inmates can date.
That sickens me.
Yeah. So I wanted to know more, obviously. I was all about this. I was like, oh my god, everything about his profile. So in his profile, Twitchell stated he was seeking, quote, mutually fulfilling friendships with women and the general public.
Bull.
The discovery of the profile sparked significant public outrage. I wonder why. Detective Bill Clark, the lead investigator who interrogated Twitchell, was particularly vocal. He warned that such a platform allowed a, quote, diagnosed psychopathic liar to access and potentially manipulate vulnerable citizens.
Someone has a brain.
So, my thing is, he said citizens, so does that mean that
no
inmates were able to date outside people? Because, what?
It's gross.
Well, now I'm curious about Ted Bundy. How did he get his other girlfriend to give him the $500 to help him with his second escape? But was he able to communicate with the outside online, and that's how he got her to...
I don't know if online was really a thing.
Oh, yeah.
For him.
Oh, yeah.
But there were letters. Obviously, he had a
Letters.
fan club.
Oh, yeah,
he had a whole fan base.
Okay.
You can do that now. I mean, I've contacted or had pen pal with a man in prison. Nothing crazy, I promise. It was the son of one of my friends in Arlington, and he was just depressed, and because he had no action, and it wasn't murder, it wasn't a psychopath, but that's something, you could do. It takes a long time because they should be going through every correspondence, but yeah, you can look up anybody's inmate number and send them a letter.
So I put so why the prison allowed it, but then in Reddit I put why the fuck the prison allowed it.
Yep.
So, because I was trying to figure out, why? So, this is the best explanation I was able to get. The philosophy of encouraging outside connections to aid long-term risk management. And though the board later noted his desire for contact was already being met through phone calls, video chats, and private visits. So, he was already getting phone calls. He's already getting letters.
Okay.
Why did he also need a dating profile?
I'm sure he has lots of boyfriends in
I mean,
prison.
he said like he wanted mutual fulfilling relationships with women, but like you
Friendships, right.
could have had that with letters and phone calls. Like what? So obviously your dating
Yeah.
profiles because you wanted to like
Get off sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which again, you could probably do through phone calls.
So also, Twitchell got remarried
Oh, for
a
Pete's
third
sake.
time. So no details as to when or who the woman is, but in 2026, Pearl reports stated that he had been having private calls with his wife for years. So I don't know when they got married. It's all on lockdown. I don't know who it was, but apparently he got married and he was talking to his wife on the phone a lot.
Ladies.
Ladies. I want to know. DSM. I want to know about women that like what could be their issue.
My unprofessional experience with, mental diagnostics and stuff, there's almost always with these people, with women or men, whatever, seeking a romantic or sexual relationship with prison inmates, it's usually because they have a background of abuse or they've only ever known submission.
Yeah.
And these guys are the bad guys. There's that sexy appeal to the bad boy, kind of thing.
Yeah, but there's a line. Like, there's a line.
Yeah.
Like, don't go for the dude that, like, decapitates people and then plays with their skulls. Like, go for the guy that, like, stole a pack of gum or something,
I don't know. I think that's from my, experience thinking of Bundy, thinking of Manson, thinking, all of these.
Oh, and I was just thinking, too, maybe it's women that, like, they don't think they could do better.
Right. There's
and
a
they
huge
need something.
self-image issue. And it's a desperation, and nobody will love me out here, but I know you've done bad things and I have too, so we get each other. There's a huge,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think there's that, but ladies, you can do better than that. You can.
So I looked up and down for details about how the relationship even started.
Yeah.
Like, was it Canadian Inmates Connect or not? No information. Like, this is completely, like, under lock and key. Anyway, so because of the marriage, Twitchell was granted private family visits, conjugal visits, within the institution. Yeah. It just makes me want to vomit. Like, let's not do that. Let's not give them the chance to procreate.
Oh, that's gross.
I mean, I feel gross saying that, but I also feel very justified saying that.
Oh, yes. No, I'm with you, but as a woman, you have a brain.
You should.
Use it, please. And understand that a lot of mental disorders and defects are genetic.
Yep. That's why I said let's not give them the opportunity to continue their...
Just don't.
Anyways, so the Parole Board of Canada views the relationship as a form of pro-social support for Twitchell, which I'm like, he doesn't deserve... What? Just, I don't...
You're a criminal. You've committed a really bad crime, obviously, but ultimately the worst, right? Ending someone else's life on purpose with a plan, right? It wasn't accident. It wasn't self-defense. It was on purpose. He did it for himself, Who's deciding that his punishment is too harsh? Who's deciding that, you know what? He's been real good today, so we're going to let him go have sex with his...
Well,
lady.
they do that all the time. They let people out of prison all the time.
Why?
I don't know, because they're just deep in their feelings about it. Okay, so in 2026, Mark Twitchell requests a series of escorted temporary absences over a 6-month period, specifically to visit his parents at their home in Edmonton.
No!
So these requests were denied on March 12th, 2026, citing the 2017 forensic evaluation stating the high likelihood of murderous fantasies. Which I'm like, okay, so you're going to cite that one when he's trying to get out, but you're going to not cite it when you move him to a medium security prison? These desires for contact with family were already being met with phone calls, like I said, so like they were like, well, you're already doing it. With parents and as a new wife, like you don't need to see them in person. And the board also concluded that allowing him to enter the city where the victim's family resides would cause them severe psychological trauma.
The hypocrisy here, because they let him have a dating profile to meet the needs of his social whatevers, but he's getting that already from phone calls from his parents, from the same mouth, gets two conflicting...
I don't know.
Ah!
Yeah. So... I saved a final twist for last.
Oh,
this one is a
twisty.
doozy.
Our
Doozy of a
final
twist.
twist of the month.
Final twist of the month. It's a good one.
All right.
Okay, so in May 2013, while in prison, he purchases a television. Why? Because he wanted to watch Dexter. Mark Twitchell was obsessed with the show
I was thinking
Dexter.
that in the beginning, Dexter themes. Okay.
It was so central to his crimes that it earned him the moniker the Dexter Killer in international media. His love for the show manifested in several disturbing ways that directly influenced his criminal methodology. Twitchell meticulously designed his rented Millwoods garage to mirror the aesthetic and function of Dexter Morgan's execution site. Yeah, so he covered the windows and walls with rolls of painter's plastic sheeting to contain forensic evidence. He set up a central table where he planned to, and in Johnny Altinger's case did, place his victims for dismemberment. He utilized a specific game processing kit containing a butcher knife, a fillet knife, and a serrated bone saw, which investigators noted was strikingly similar to the toolkits used in the show. And following Altinger's murder, he methodically dismembered the body in an action investigators described as eerily reminiscent of the fictional character. So Twitchell's identification with the character went beyond mere fandom. He began to adopt his persona as his own. He posed as Dexter Morgan on his Facebook page.
He has a Facebook?
I guess he did. In his recovered document SK Confessions, Twitchell explicitly wrote about diligently setting up his kill room. While he claimed in the text that he did not copycat the character's style, he admitted he wanted to pay homage to Dexter.
The same thing is a literal same thing.
Twitchell's use of plenty of fish to lure his targets was just like Dexter, who often used technology to track or manipulate targets.
Differentiation here. Two wild ones. Dexter's fictional.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Second one, I never got into it too much, but I believe Dexter only kills killers.
Bad guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So his fascination was a key part of the prosecution's case to prove premeditation and a desire to live out a serial killer fantasy. So in May 2013, Twitchell bought the TV specifically to catch up on every Dexter episode that he missed.
He was behind?
When he was behind.
Poor buddy.
Poor buddy. He just wanted his favorite show back. This connection was so strong that it even prompted a response from Michael C. Hall, the actor who played Dexter. Hall expressed it was horrifying to consider that his portrayal of the character had served as inspiration for real-world homicide. So while he maintained the show was not a primer on serial killing, he acknowledged that in Twitchell's case, it seemed the show had something to do with it. This was Michael C. Hall still. And then, despite heavy evidence to the contrary, Twitchell insisted in his letters to Lilbwin that the show had almost nothing to do with his case and had no bearing whatsoever on what actually happened. Twitchell interestingly referred to the character Dexter Morgan as a, quote, monster, noting that Twitchell was a self-aware one, no less. So he's aware that he's a monster.
I'm seeing Venn diagrams in my head right now.
Whereas Dexter,
let's compare.
Whereas Dexter, he's just a monster. He's not self-aware. I'm better.
He's a fictional character.
Yeah. So Lilbwin observed a significant logical disconnect in Twitchell's personality regarding his denial of the Dexter connection. That is Mark Twitchell, the Dexter Killer.
And he's still in jail.
Yes.
Medium security.
Medium security at Bowdoin Institute, yeah.
But he is far away from us, so
yes.
There's that. I will never understand. I just won't.
I hope he doesn't get out ever. Like, I really hope that...
Okay, if Canada's court system is anything like ours, which it's similar in a lot of ways, I know that, but in the US, when inmates have like their parole date or their eligibility of parole comes up, they have to present why they should be eligible for parole.
Yeah.
But in that same exact room, people of the public can come and either in support of them or in support of no, they should not be let out. So I know we can do that here in the US. I'm curious if Canada has that as well at their parole hearings.
I have no idea. I know that, I do know that the UK and the US has the same kind of court system, like the trial is set up kind of similar and stuff like that. In Europe, the judge is the one who does the court does all the investigating. So, like, you'll have, like, there's a show that I was watching based off of real case out of Spain, And like the judge was the one going to people's houses and interrogating and
okay.
stuff. But I don't know if the UK and US being the same court system, I don't know if that also makes the like appeal whatever the same too. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Curious. Anyways, I think that kind of wraps us up, right?
Yeah.
That was a twisty one.
Yep. Twisty one. And I saved the best twist for
That
last.
was
He
a good
wanted
one,
to be
yeah.
Dexter.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
And now we are done. Gonna leave him with my voice. I'm just kidding.
Cause we sing about everything.
I'm sorry, guys. I love you.
Welcome to our brains.